Come say hi, everyone. Hello. Hi. Say hi, everyone. Say hello. My name's Bat. Please follow me on Instagram at BatTheConure. Say hi. Someone must be held. This is Bat. You saw Kata in the last video? This is Bat. Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So if you're new here, my name's Koa and this is Koa's Plant Corner here on YouTube. So today we will be continuing my Koa's Plant Care series. Yay, I love this. So at this time, this plant that I have that I'm featuring today, it's a very easy plant for me, but I've noticed a lot in the plant community that a lot of people struggle with it. So I think this video will be helpful. But before we get into it, don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel here by hitting the red button down below, but also hit the bell notification because that button there will let you know once I upload a video. So if you hit that bell, you're gonna know when I upload a video. You'll be one of the first people to know. And you can go ahead and watch it. And thank you all for your support, for subscribing, for liking, for commenting. That all helps my channel and I really do appreciate it. Let's get into the plant. Oh, yeah, let's get into the plant. Let me show you what it is. I actually just filmed a video and I featured it, so you can kind of see what it is already. So today's plant, the focus of today's video, will be my string of pearls. This is what the top looks like. It's very full in my opinion. So the one thing with string of pearls I've noticed a lot of people struggle with is keeping the top from getting bald, but I'll talk about that in a little bit. And this is the front. So there's a back and there's a front to this plant. So this is the front. Let me show you. It's like a curtain. I love it. And you can tell that it's doing well because of all the new growth. So the little stringies, the little plants, what do you call this? Like little new growth on the sides that's shooting up. Even from the top, you can tell. So before we get into it, okay, if you are new here, so I'll be talking about 4 categories that I use to kind of help simplify the care of each plant that I feature here on my Koa's Plant Care Guide series. So the first category is light. So I'll talk about the light that I currently have it in and the lights that it's been in its whole life that has been with me. Second, I'll talk about the watering. So normally when I talk about the watering, I talk about what type of water I use, and I'll also include the fertilizer and the nutrients that I add into the water. Thirdly, we're going to talk about the pot that it's in, which is kind of self-explanatory, but we'll talk about that anyway. And fourthly, I'll talk about the soil that it's currently in. So let's get into it. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see it here on the side. I'll just keep, I'll do that maybe. Yeah, so for lighting, so as you may, or I keep saying that, but I have a southwestern facing window and I have a row of a few plants that are very like bright light tolerant there, and the string of pearls is one of them. It gets light from that window, so it's pretty much like bright until nighttime, honestly. So I think it really appreciates that. And when it comes to maintaining the growth on the top of it here, the crown of the plant, it helps to have direct light on that area. If you only have the front of the plant facing the light, that's where new growth will grow. It'll start to die off from the top. So a lot of people have a lot of problems with the bald spots. So that happens with a lot of string of plants. I've noticed. I have a string of hearts as well, and not only does it help to have like a very full crown with lots of cuttings or whatever it may be, but also keeping light on that top will actually encourage the leaves to stay on and not fall off, if that makes sense. So that's what happens with a lot of string of plants, and that's what's happening with this one. So it gets direct light. You can still see it has a lot of the little stringies, little new growth there, because it's getting that direct light on top as well. So I actually have this little hook here that I have, one of the drawstring hooks. I'll put a picture of it up here. I'm bad at describing things, but that's what I use to kind of make sure that the plant has light on top all the time. depending on, you know, when the sun changes, seasons and all that stuff. So that's what I use for that plant, and that's it for lighting. On to the next. So for watering. So with this plant, it's a succulent. I believe it's a succulent, or it's close to one. So I use either tap water, or I also use filtered water. It really depends on what I have on hand at the moment, and it depends on if I'm in a rush or not. If I'm in a rush, I'm not gonna lie. If I'm in a rush, I'm gonna grab bottled water and just water it real quick so that it won't dry out and die and fall off, whatever. But I mostly use filtered water on most of my plants. But if I run out, then I use tap water, no problem, and it's fine either way. I also do have, oh, I have it right here from my other video. I also do use myco powder in all of my plants, including hydroponics. And I also do use liquid dirt in all my plants. And then I do use Super Thrive, and sometimes, oops. Yeah, so I do use liquid dirt, and sometimes I do fertilize with fish emulsion. Right now I'm not, I don't know why, I should be. That's it for water. Also, I'll give you a little bit of a tip when to water your string of pearls. I don't have an example here, but okay, I do have one strand here that may fall off. Just happens. It could be that it wasn't rooted properly or something. It does snag on my hair a lot, so I'd probably just pull that strand out. But this is kind of what it looks like. Let me try to pull it down a little more. This is kind of what it looks like when it needs to be watered. It gets super shriveled up and very soft, kind of like dry almost. Like imagine like a pea, like, you know, the peas. Imagine like a dried pea. It's kind of what it starts to look like. Very shriveled. You can squeeze it easily. The normal string of the normal pearls, you can't really squeeze easily. When it's super hard to squeeze, that's when I know it's good. It doesn't need to be watered. But if it's really shriveled, like I wait until I see maybe like about half of the plant kind of shriveled. I won't go beyond that because I don't want to risk it. But if I see half of the plant starting to shrivel, that's when I will go ahead and give it a thorough watering. So let's go into the pot. Right now it's in a nursery pot. It's actually in the pot that I bought it in. I bought it from a local nursery, and they had it in this one of these, you know, these white, I feel like you've seen these before, the white nursery pots. And it's funny because this is actually categorized as an easy care plant. I don't know if you can see that. I'll zoom in. Future Koa, zoom in. It's categorized as a easy care plant, but a lot of people struggle with it. So, but yeah, it's in a white plastic pot. I don't expect, or I don't plan on taking it out from there. So for now, it's in there. I can't even imagine repotting it. So we're not even gonna talk about that. Okay, so next we're gonna talk about the soil. Now this is kind of where I let me try to find the right word. This is kind of where I don't really have a say in it because it's in the same pot and soil that it came in. So based on me just looking at the soil, it looks like it's more of a succulent soil mixture, perlite and just soil. It looks pretty like almost general potting soil. But because it's a succulent, it does not like to stay wet. It likes to dry out pretty fast. I just suggest using like a succulent mixture. That's what I would use. If I were to repot it, that's what I'm going to use when I have to repot it. Hopefully not soon, because I don't plan on repotting this plant. I don't know, it looks too difficult, but yeah, I believe regular succulent mixture works. If you can use general potting soil as well. Just add a little bit more perlite just so that it's a little bit more airy and it's not holding on to water for too long. And I believe that'll be good. That'll be good for this plant. Is that it? Oh, I went through it so fast, but yeah, that's really it for this plant. It's been a really easy one for me. It's been one of my favorites for a very long time, and I really tried to make sure that I waited until I saw substantial growth, and you know, I made sure also that the crown was staying full before I went ahead and gave you guys a plant care guide on it. But that's pretty much it with this plant. It's pretty easy. The new leaves kind of come in like super cute and like small. You can see it there. They're so small. And I do suggest if you have like long hair or whatever, or if you have certain clothes with snag on it, just keep it up and away. That's why I have it so high up, because like I said, my hair snags on it a lot, or my clothes will, and then I'll have like a pearl fall off, and I'm like, you know, sad for the rest of the day, you know. But yeah, other than that, it's been a really good plant. I think I've had it for since the panoramic. My sense of time has been so off, so I think I've had it for a few months now. But yeah, that's it. I think I can't believe this video ended so fast, but that's really it. That's it for this video. So thank you all so much for watching once more. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Feel free to share this video to your friends. Any friend that you think that will either like this plant, string of pearls, or a friend that probably needs help or assistance with it. Comment down below some of your questions. I'll try to answer it as best as I could. Also, please be aware that I am not an expert in plants. I'm just a houseplant, I guess a houseplant enthusiast slash collector. Just like many of you out there that's watching. I love plants, I love experimenting with them, and so far with this plant, it's been really good. It's been good. So feel free to ask your questions and I will try to answer them as best as I can. Yeah, and that's it. Thank you all so much, and stay tuned for next week's video. It's gonna be a good one. All right, bye everyone.